are something that I've been using for many years, but I've never got the opportunity to actually make some. So here I am, just making some relaxing and nice video. This is what I wanted to do for my first video. I'm just gonna unbox and show this nice watch, which I have to be honest here, and that's what I think might be interesting to see here. This says MoonSwatch collection, and as you can see at the back, it says Omega and Swatch. Well, Omega and Swatch did a collaboration where they released obviously these MoonSwatches, which are quite famous now. However, this is a fake replica. So interesting to see that all these paperwork come with the watch, knowing that it's a fake replica. Well, that's quite interesting. Not sure if it's worth opening this, but we'll check this later. Then we have some more paperwork on the other side, which is a card with some. On the other side, there's like fake, serial numbers and whatnot. It's quite interesting. Then we have more paperwork. I'll have a look at this in a second. And then we have the watch. So before opening the watch, let's have a quick look at the paperwork that came with it. So we have, it's like a user manual. Wow. And they just basically did a copy of the original and just added in there. So it gives you instructions how to use the watch. That is quite interesting. I'm not sure if every single function you can find in the real watch are available here, but it's quite something. So display, setting the time, setting the moon phase and earth phase, setting the moon phase again, resetting, then other languages with a QR code, then timing mode, stopwatch mode, split the mode, and tachymeter mode. So that would be interesting to see if there is an actual function for this. Okay. The next one that we have is this booklet. Oh, so this basically shows you all the other options of MoonSwatch available, which I believe you can get almost all of them. The fake ones, the copy. So you got mission to the sun, mission to Mercury, mission to Venus, mission on Earth, mission to the moon, mission to Mars, mission to Jupiter, and mission to Saturn. Wait, on the other side we have more. Mission to Uranus, mission to Neptune, mission to Pluto. Yeah, that's basically it. So these basically shows you all the other options of what you could get of MoonSwatches. It's quite cool knowing that there's other options that give you pictures so you can maybe purchase more if you like them. And then the last one we have, paperwork, was the first one we saw when we opened the box, which is this one. We got here. Okay, that's higher quality paper, I would say. We got the moon, we got the earth, and basically a description and presentation of the watch and what it does. So it looks like we have the moons just circling around inside the dial. Then we have the earth rotation. Then we have it says on the dial Speedmaster, MoonSwatch, very quickly back to its original position, but I understand that with the MoonSwatches, it's just a smoother kind of movement. So you have the looms to be able to see the time at night, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now let's open this watch. So now let's go back to the watch where we were earlier and see what we got. So the watch is inside this box. This seems to be quite noisy to pull out. I'll try to be gentle. I might need to. I'm gonna have to pull the whole thing out because this is very noisy. So, okay. So I have to admit here something that when I purchased this on some kind of Chinese website, obviously, I'm not gonna mention this here because I'm not sure if it's a right thing to do to basically show to the people to get fake watches. I wanted to do this for kind of an experiment to see how it looks like. If it's nice, obviously I don't intend to condone or anything, but anyway, this is the watch in the box, that how it came. There you go. This is not sure if we're gonna focus on this, but this is the watch. So it comes a little dock like this. Another thing is that, oh yes, so I was saying that when originally the box came, when it arrived, well, it didn't come inside the box. It was actually wrapped separately inside such a bag. The watch was inside a bag, so the first thing that I've done when I received it was to just put it back onto his dock, which is what you would get if you would actually buy the original watch. And I thought I'm gonna unbox it and have a look properly later. So this is how it goes. This is Velcro, which is could be very loud, so I'm gonna try to be as quiet as possible. Yeah, I might need to cut that out or reduce the volume. As you can see, it is very loud. So that is the watch. So the first thing we can see is that the Velcro strap says Mission to the Moon. MoonSwatch. Okay, that is interesting. Because this is... It doesn't want to focus anymore, but this is interesting because this is actually Mission to Earth phase, but the strap says mission to the moon, so I'm not sure if that's a mistake of the fake version or the real version says the same, and then that's something I'll have to check later, but that's interesting. This is the watch, so you have a very nice dial, and you have that's interesting as well. As you can see, the stopwatch hand is not centered. You see here is not fully on 0. Interesting. So I'm gonna try the watch in a sec, try the function, see if it works. But let's see, let's try. Okay, there we go, I didn't press properly. So now it starts. As you can see. I hope this is in focus, but now I'm gonna stop it and reset it. Okay, you see this move? Oh, that's nice. Oh yes, so you can see it is not. It's not centered. Okay, I hope you can see it now. You see that the main hand for the stopwatch is not centered. Wow. I'm not surprised, it's a fake watch, so yeah. So that's the dial. It's pretty nice. And then at the back we have here, mission to the moon. So that's what it says. So I guess the strap might be correct, and that's what it's supposed to say. You still have some engraved text here. Swatch. Interesting. So the build feels quite cheap. I might say it feels plastic, but it's alright. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm gonna put this into a cushion that I have for watches here when I do watch build, which is something that in the future I might be able to do a video about, where you build watches. So I'm not gonna do any mod or anything to this one. I just wanted to test how good it is. And we have just this to remove. Just to remove any dust, that's just